The hectare is a metric unit of area defined as 10,000 square meters, and primarily used in the measurement of land. In 1795, when the metric system was introduced, the are was defined as 100 square meters and the hectare was thus 100 ares, or 100 km2. An acre is about 0.4047 hectare and 1 hectare contains about 2.47 acres. When the metric system was further rationalized in 1960, resulting in the International System of Units, the are was not included as a recognized unit. The hectare is one of the non-SI units accepted for use with the SI units. History: the metric system of measure was first given a legal basis in 1795 by the French Revolutionary Government. The Law of 18 Germinal, Year 3 defined 5 units of measure: the meter for length, the are for area of land, the stare, 1 am3, for volume of stacked firewood, the litrea, 1 adm3, for volumes of liquid, the gram for mass. Although the law defined the length of the meter, there was no practical way of accurately measuring the meter until 1799 when the first standard meter was manufactured and adopted. The standard meter remained in the custody of successive French governments until 1875 when, under the Convention of the Meter, its supervision passed into international control under the auspices of the General Conference on Weights and Measures. At the first meeting of the CGPM in 1889 when a new standard meter, manufactured by Johnson Matthey and Company of London was adopted, the are and hectare were automatically redefined. In 1960, when the metric system was updated as the International System of Units, the are did not receive international recognition. The International Committee for Weights and Measures makes no mention of the are in the current definition of the SI, but classifies the hectare as a non-SI unit accepted for use with the International System of Units. In 1972, the European Economic Community passed Directive 71/EEC, which catalogued the units of measure that might be used within the community. The units that were catalogued replicated the recommendations of the CGPM, supplemented by a few other units including the are whose use was limited to the measurement of land. The units. The names centière, décaire and hectare are derived by adding the standard metric prefixes to the original base unit of area, the are. Centière, the centière is a synonym for 1 square meter. Déchière, the déchière is 10 square meters. The are is a unit of area, equal to 100 square meters, used for measuring land area. It was defined by older forms of the metric system, but is now outside of the modern international system. It is commonly used to measure real estate, in particular in Indonesia and in French, Portuguese, Slovakian, Czech, Polish, Dutch, and German-speaking countries as also in India. In Russia and other former Soviet Union states, the sotka is identical to the are. It is used to describe the size of suburban dacha or allotment garden plots or small city parks where the hectare would be too large. Décaire, the décaire is derived from décar, the prefix for 10 and are, and is equal to 10 ares or 1,000 square meters. It is used in Norway and in the former Ottoman areas of the Middle East and the Balkans as a measure of land area. Instead of the name décaire, the names of traditional land measures are usually used, redefined as 1 décaire, strema in Greece, dunam, donum, or dar paragraph na 1/4 m in Israel, Jordan, Lebanon, Syria and Turkey. Marjenel is sometimes used for décaire in Norway, from the old measure of about the same area. Hectare, the hectare, although not strictly a unit of SI, is the only named unit of area that is accepted for use within the SI. It is widely used throughout the world for the measurement of large areas of land, and it is the legal unit of measuring domains concerned with land ownership, planning, and management, including law, agriculture, forestry, and town planning throughout the European Union. The United States, Burma and to some extent Canada instead use the acre. Some countries that underwent a general conversion from traditional measurements to metric measurements required a reserve when units of measure and legal descriptions relating to land were converted to metric units. Others, such as South Africa, published conversion factors which were to be used particularly when preparing consolidation diagrams by compilation. In many countries, metrication redefined or clarified existing measures in terms of metric units. The following legacy units of area have been redefined as being equal to 1 hectare: Derived in Iran, Derived in Turkey, Gongqing in mainland China, Manzana in Argentina, Bundo in the Netherlands. Conversions: the most commonly used units are in bold. 1 hectare is also equivalent to 15 mc, or 0.15 qcng, 10 dunam or dar paragraph na 1/4 m, 10 stremeter, 6.25 ri, a per mil 1.008 kal per mil 2.381 fedan. Visualizing a hectare, visitors to London can visualize a hectare by visiting Trafalgar Square. International Rugby Field, Statue of Liberty, interior of all-weather athletics track. See also, conversion of units, hecto, hectometer, order of magnitude, notes and references. External links, official SI website, Table 6. Non-SI units accepted for use with the International System of Units.